It's been a remarkable turnaround for both Norwich and Watford. Norwich were down and out and Watford's season was going nowhere. But with the introduction of the two new coaches, Philippe Clement and Javi Gracia, fortunes have flipped. And tonight, Norwich can climb out of the bottom three with a win. And Watford, hovering just outside of the playoffs, could be a top 6 team tonight. Oh, what a marvellous run Norwich City have been on. Unbeaten in 4, Javi Gracia's team unbeaten in 5. This should be quite the contest. Well, it was, of course, only at the start of the month when these two teams last faced one another. Watford winners, and they are making an early march here towards the penalty area, but Norwich have just about managed to recover, and here is McConville who moves that one on quickly, and Maatsen looks to his right, and Norwich will build over the halfway line. And they'll move it quickly on towards Sargent. Back in the lineup, and dragging that across the face and all the way through. And well recovered here by Schwartau. Cut back for the chance, Maatsen with the square pass. And now Kenny McLean. Well, he can only put that one wide of target. Looks as though it might be a challenge for Salvek, but he was unable to find the spot. But a really speedy breakaway here by Norwich City, and this is what Josh Sargent can add to the team. That flash of inspiration. And then Kenny McLean wasn't too far away. Chakvetadze is over the halfway line looking to see what he can do. He's found Ince with the drive. Well, he was the difference maker in the end at the start of the month, scored the winner in this fixture at Vicarage Road, and this was a very good opportunity here. Took it down ever so well, but then he couldn't find the corner. Caught it well enough, but never really looked as though he had his angle set. Plenty of room on the left-hand side here. And Watford are going for goal again, and it really isn't too far away. Kovacevic at full stretch, and I'm not sure that he was getting to that. Chakvetadze saw the invitation to come in field, and it really was a very pure hit. Only just over the top of the bar. And this angle will show you just how close Watford came here to scoring. Ngakia onto Ince, clever touch from Ince, and here is Imrân Louza. And Ngakia continues his run, delivers in, and Louza was demanding it, and that was the pass that was probably required. Clearance away by Harry Darling. Watford corner kick, easily dealt with at the far post. Haven't completely got rid of the danger zone, and there's a big shout there for a handball. Well, the corner initially very well dealt with, but as Louza sends it back into the crowd, was there an arm from Sargent, and should this have been given as a handball? Kenny McLean also with a touch on his hand there. Will be a Watford free kick. Norwich certainly don't feel that it should have been, but Chakvetadze has been fouled. Will be Louza who will look for the flick on, and that's not the best of clearances. Darling on his way, shot through the crowd once, twice, and a third time onto the post. Unbelievably close from Alain. And it was curling, bending towards that corner, but not quite quickly enough here to beat Kovacevic. 3 chances in there, and the third onto the foot of the post. And and still unbelievably in this game, we have no goals. Sargent chasing, and he's done well to get onto the ball. And he wants it back, and off it goes here. Sargent through, and what a wonderful clearance away by Baah, who is in there to recover. And he keeps the scoreline at 0-0. Full of intent, Josh Sargent went racing into the penalty area, got the poke away. And I'm not sure this was heading in, but Baah got back to make sure. Well, Sargent is through and into the area, and the effort on goal is not one to trouble Salve. Well, back into the team, and this is why the Norwich fans love him so much. He is a real nuisance. That's a wonderful take. Makama is in there waiting. Well, he's been in such fine form. Norwich unable to pick him out with the pass. Well, here comes the cross, and it needed the interception. And they were just about able to get back, and that's all a bit of a mess, and Darling has deflected out for a corner kick that will go Watford's way. Ince with the delivery, brilliant header on it, what a super stop. Kovacevic stretching to deny Pollock. Well, if they go on to get something from this game, Norwich City will have their goalkeeper to thank, because this is a save right out of the top drawer. Fingertips to it, and they prove to be pretty vital. Well, Norwich have won their last 3 matches at home. Victories against Charlton, Southampton and QPR. But it's Watford who are pushing in the late stages here. Irankunda's ball, and it's gone in! Vivaldo Semedo, with a big helping hand, has settled this tie on the 90. And it will be Watford who will get all 3 points. It's a cruel blow for Kovacevic and for this Norwich City defence that have worked so hard, but what a brilliant run here by Irankunda. He is the creator, and it's a goal that gets a big helping hand from McConville. A cruel deflection that ricochets off of him. It may well even go down as an own goal. Hard to tell if that was on target or not. Semedo with a brilliant run. And a bit of fortune that sometimes you need, and Watford could be heading for the top 6 tonight as a result. Well, Norwich looking for a response, and they've worked it really nicely here. Makama is waiting. And here is Callum Fisher, lifting one up. Hasn't been headed away to safety just yet. And Conville eager to make amends for that deflected goal only moments ago. And Norwich will have a corner. Well, it's curling, and it's a good chance. And it really wasn't too far away. Well, he's been in such super form of late, you would have backed him to score from here. Fair crowd of players in there. Makama did what he could, but his best was to put it wide. Not to be this time around for the young Norwich City striker. Well, Watford are heading up into the top 6 in the Championship tonight. Big slice of luck about their win here, and he knows it too. Avi Gracia's side, thanks to a deflected goal off of McConville that crept into the corner to beat Kovacevic, have walked away tonight with a 1-0 win. Vivaldo Semedo off of the bench onto the score sheet here. Not the best ever connection that you will see, but it proved to be enough. Well, Norwich are still in the bottom 3. Watford go marching on. Norwich 0, Watford 1 is how it finishes here at Carrow Road.